Welcome to EDUC 548, Literacy and Language Development for Speakers of Other Languages. This is your My Courses page. All of the material for our course is housed here. Each week you'll have a different folder with the exception of week 7, which focuses on your ethnography, so it'll be the assignments. Week 13 is Thanksgiving week, so you're going to focus on your unit plan, which is also under assignments. Throughout the semester, if you find different interesting articles or workshops or news updates that you want to post, there's a discussion forum here. So make sure to check it every once in a while so you can see if your classmates have posted anything interesting. As you go through the different weeks, you'll notice you'll start with an explanation video and the PowerPoint from the video. This week you'll explore a web page, but normally it's just different readings. And then your group discussion summary that we'll talk about in a second. There's a forum where you'll post your summary from your group. During your first week, week 1, our Getting Started week, you'll have a quick quiz on the syllabus. You'll post your weekly schedule to let us know your availability for the weekly meetings, participate in a Getting to Know You, and you'll post a link for your Google Docs for your reading reflections. So let's talk a little bit more about the syllabus. I'm Dr. White. I'm a former middle school Spanish teacher, and I also taught English language learners at the post-secondary level. I have my PhD in curriculum instruction in the science of learning, and I focus on students with disabilities acquiring a foreign language. So it might be Spanish, French, or it could be a speaker of another language acquiring English. So it's really the process of language acquisition. For this course, we're really going to focus on 3 main topics: literacy and language acquisition and development, New York State policy, laws, and standards for English language learners, ELLs, and literacy and language instruction and assessment. You have 2 texts that you need to purchase by the beginning of the second week of the course, and I recommend that you join New York State TESOL or TESOL International and RALC or the International Literacy Association. As students, you get a much discounted membership, and it's great to join these as you're a student to see all of the benefits of the membership before you pay full price for the membership. So we have different learning outcomes that align with our professional standards in TESOL, literacy, and the Council for Exceptional Children, as well as our School of Education conceptual framework. Here's the different assignments that align to our learning outcomes. So by the end of this course, you'll demonstrate an understanding of language acquisition and development, as well as culture and its effects on student learnings. You'll develop foundational knowledge of literacy and language instruction. You'll demonstrate understandings of learner development and individual differences. You'll plan, implement, and manage standards-based ESL literacy and content instruction while using different resources and technology effectively. You'll commit to supporting the varying and diverse needs of students, and you'll commit to a professional development partnership and advocacy. Grades for the semester are broken down into 5 components. The first is the reading reflections, and we'll scroll through each. Each week you'll submit a 1 to 2 page reflection for our course. You should not summarize the readings. I've read all of the readings that you'll be reading, as well as you've read them. We don't need a summary. I really want you to focus on how the readings connect to your own current or future careers in education. Question the text, engage with the text, connect themes with other texts and experiences in your own life. Reflect on how the content supports you as an educator and your future goals for students. You're going to use these reflections in your weekly group discussion meetings. So during the first week of the class, you're going to set up a Google document so that you can share the link with me, and then all of your reading reflections will be posted on that Google Doc. That way, when we comment and you can respond to my comments and we can leave notes for each other, and all of your reading reflections will be in one location. They should be 1 to 2 pages, 12-point font, Times New Roman, double spaced. If you want to just keep them single spaced and just do it as 1 page, that's fine too. Here's your rubric for how you'll be graded on each of your reading reflections. Notice the importance is that you demonstrate an understanding of the content, you connect with the texts to your own life, your experiences, and to other aspects, and that you connect to current or future students. Make sure you proofread before you submit. Each week you'll also be responsible for meeting with your assigned group for a half an hour to an hour synchronous meetings. So you can conduct these online using Google Hangouts or Skype. If you prefer to meet in person, that's fine too. During the first week, I'll check in with you introduce myself, we can talk about any questions you have about the course, and I'll pop in randomly during the semester, either as you request it, you want to talk with me in more in depth, or just to check in and see how you're doing. Before your meeting, you should read the week's text and write your reflection, and you should each prepare 1 to 2 questions to use to talk about your discussion that week. Maybe a question that popped up into your mind as you were reading and you want to find out everybody's perspective on it. Discuss the topics, your own personal experiences, other texts you've read, questions that you have. The discussion can fit your needs and interests of the group, but focus on exploring the week's topic at a deeper level. The last 5 to 10 minutes of the meeting, you should create a post on the discussion forum for that week summarizing what you discussed. Be detailed, informative, and insightful. These postings are what I base the score on. Your summary needs to be posted in within 24 hours, and your summary needs to note the names of all of those present in the meeting. If one or more students has an issue with the meeting during their scheduled time, it's a responsibility of the group to find another convenient time, or that student can check one of the other times for another group if we have more than one group this semester. Your attendance at the weekly meeting is mandatory. You can't have these meaningful discussions if people are missing or coming one week and not another. It's the responsibility of the group to alert me if a member is not attending or if their participation is harmful to the learning community. Individuals who don't attend, whose participation is not helpful, will lose points on their score. So you'll be graded at midterm and then at final on this rubric. Your weekly summaries are posted. You demonstrate a meaningful understanding of the content. You connect to the text. There's insightful thoughts occurring, and you're demonstrating a deepening understanding of the topics, and it's well written. Your first big project is your ethnography and tutoring project, and this is explained in more detail under the assignments folder. There's a specific video for this. But it's worth 25% of your grade, and it will probably be the most time consuming because you have to include 10 hours of tutoring with an English language learner. You're going to critique and adapt an Engage New York ELA model, and there's also more information about this under your assignments folder. And you'll also, for your final project, be creating a 10-day unit plan to support a class of transitioning students. Again, there's another video about this under your assignments folder. So if we go back to my courses, under assignments, you'll see each of the 3 big assignments for the class. There's an explanation video, and there's an example assignment, and then there's a place to post. Here is your course schedule. It's extremely important to note all of the due dates are listed by 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. Your group summary needs to be posted 24 hours after your group meeting occurs. This schedule is extremely important. Make sure to print it, put it into your phone calendar, however you need to do it to make sure that you have it and that you are keeping track of your due dates. It is your responsibility to make sure work is submitted on time. Here's the dates for the weeks, the topic that you'll be exploring this week, and what you need to do on the different dates. Notice your reading reflections are always due on Tuesdays. You have a mid-semester break. Fridays are the due dates for your larger projects, including the rough draft of the ethnography project, the final draft, responding to your classmates, etc. Your readings are listed here as well as on my courses. If the readings are not from your course textbooks, a copy of them is provided on my courses. Here's the different references, all formatted to APA 6th edition for all of your readings this semester in case you need to use them. In terms of course policies, so this course is asynchronous and synchronous, meaning your work is done at your own pace as well as synchronously during your weekly meetings. This does not mean that I'm unavailable to you. I'm highly available. I am happy to meet based on your schedule. That's one of the perks of an online learning environment. I live in Rochester. I'm happy to meet with you in person or via Skype. I'll respond to emails within 24 hours during the week and 48 hours during weekends or holidays. Usually it's quicker. It buzzes right to my phone. I see it. I respond to your question. In previous semesters, I'm happy to create video explanations, summaries, anything based on your questions. Don't hesitate to contact me with any and all questions. I am happy to help. I will aim to grade and return all assignments within 3 days of the due date. If there's an issue or a problem within those 3 days, I will let you know. As you're writing, make sure we're referring to all individuals as the person first, not the disability or the difference. So child with autism, adult with disability. Computer issues. This is an online course. Having access to reliable internet and a computer is required. You are still responsible for work completion, even if all of your technology fails. The library on campus has available technology. If you do not live near campus, your local library should have different resources available to you. For you to be successful in this course, plan on 3 hours a week of work in addition to your 1 hour synchronous group meeting. You might need different amounts of time, different weeks, or based on your own independent needs. Because this is an asynchronous learning environment, it's rigorous and challenging, and it does require self-motivation and determination to be successful. All work, again, is due by the date assigned on the calendar at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Any late work will result in loss of credit of the assignment unless you've already talked with me. Let me know if you have any questions on any of the readings. If something is not clear, I'm happy to meet with you to talk about it. The Writing Learning Center is available to support you with different writing needs. If you're unfamiliar with APA 6th edition, a lot of our work this semester does require references and different research to support your arguments. The Writing Center can help you with APA 6th edition. If you need help finding the different research assignments, the different research material, the librarians are happy to meet with you to talk about the different ways to look up different materials. You can chat with a librarian right on the website. Let me know if you need any help. And in terms of plagiarism, most people know, you can't copy work from somebody else, but there's also to know is self-plagiarism. If you use work that you've already done for another course to receive credit for a future course, that is plagiarism. Make sure you're giving proper credit to all materials. If you have any questions about dishonesty or plagiarism, please check out the website. This course is a step in our career towards the education profession. A lot of the times you'll be currently working in a school, or you'll be volunteering, or you're tutoring for this class in different communities. Make sure that you are using pseudonyms in your work when possible. If you're meeting with your group and you use the actual name of a student or the actual name of the school, you should have the respect of your classmates to know that that information will not leave your group. Use pseudonyms though. It's the best way to not have an accidental FERPA violation. Here's different bibliography available to help you in the class and different websites that might support you. And our School of Education's framework, our teacher is an accomplished educator, accomplished scholar, constructivist educator, and reflective practitioner. Let me know if you have any questions on the syllabus. I look forward to working with you this semester.